Hello, I'm back. I guess this would be the second day in a row that I've done a video on this thing, but today is kind of a weirder video. Today I am doing a demo, a lesson of a song that people out there might know. So basically this is a lesson of dialogue and how to play dialogue, and this was my kind of experimentation, sort of, because when I used to play dialogue I used to do the in the bar chord formation, but I found out that that's not what's happening. So you're gonna have to say goodbye to my face for a little while. I do apologize. I will be showing you what I'm playing on the neck of the guitar. Now I'm just gonna turn the gain down slightly because this is a very clean song. So you need to get a really nice clean tone. I'm also playing this on the neck and bridge position, but it also sounds as good on the bridge position. I prefer it because it's a little less gritty. So I'm just gonna... Alright, so basically what I'm doing is, for the first chord, that D chord, I'm taking the D bar chord, and I'm just playing the... So that's just the 3 notes on the D power chord, and then I'm doing the octave, which is the D on the high E string. And that's for that first part where it's just the... Next it goes to a G. So basically you keep this D formation, which is the D power chord, or the D bar chord, and then you keep the octave, and then you go to make the G, you kind of make an E minor 7 shape. So it goes... And then that's just the intro, is that. So for the intro it's just the... And then for the part before the verse comes in, it goes the... And then you're going to play an E minor, which is here, and then here, D, A, D, A, D, D. So it goes... So I'll just go over that again because that was kind of rough. So it just goes to the D, G, D, G, 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 E minor, E, A, G. And that's kind of the rough idea. And then that goes for the verse. It goes, are you optimistic about the way that things are going? And then it's just a arpeggio down of chords, which goes all the way down. So it goes, are you optimistic about the way that things are going? E minor, D, A, D, A, D, A, G, A, I believe. And then that's just the, I guess. And then that just goes the D, A, G, A, G. Don't you ever worry when you see what's going down. F sharp minor, E minor, which is, if you take a C major 7, and you get rid of the root, and you put the root down here on the G. So it's just that. Don't you ever worry, G, when you see what's going down, F sharp minor. Then Peter Cetera's part is that E minor. And then G, A, G, A. And that whole pattern repeats for the entire dialogue part 1. So we'll play through that. It's just the... Are you optimistic about the way that things are going? Don't you ever worry when you see what's going down. And that repeats for the entire part 1. And then for the part after, it's... Don't you see starvation in the city where you live, all the needless hunger, all the needless pain. I haven't been there lately, the country is so fine, the neighbors don't seem hungry because they haven't got the time. After that part that Peter Cetera sings, and I'm going to have to get up for this, that incorporates the use of Terry Katz's wah-wah pedal, and basically what you do is you go through the progression, that D to G, and you just go... And then that goes through that progression, the entire progression. Thank you for this talk, you know, it really eased my mind. That part, it's the whole progression again with the wah-wah pedal. And part 1 ends on the D. So going into part 2, you end on the D. And then it goes to G, D, C, F, C, and that part right there is just the G that we did for the part 1. It's just the G, D, C, same formation, that C power chord, C, F, which is basically a D chord down here, but you move it up to this fret, the 5th. So it just goes... And there you go. I know that was probably the worst lesson in the history of YouTube, but that is kind of my interpretation on dialogue. It's a really difficult song. It took me about a month to figure out by ear. There's probably demos out there. There's probably lessons out there. I didn't catch on to them, but if you like this, comment it, share it with friends, learn how to play it, jam out. If you don't, I'm sorry. I tried. So once again, Matt Campbell, Dialogue, How To.